jump, every kick you won, every wicket you break, every breakaway you make, every cross, every duck, every pit stop, every loss, every victory.
Studio. Good morning, Lagos. You're tuned in and listening to Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. Welcome to Sports Conversation Inside the Locker Room here on Smooth Breakfast with Tega Onojaife.
Good morning, Lagos.
And myself, Folu. It is a terrific Monday morning. It's the 24th of December. Tis Christmas Eve, and yeah, everything is stirring. I was going to say not a thing is stirring, but that's not true. Lagos, that was not written for Lagos. Everybody's moving. Just about. All right, but we are going to delve into our sports conversation, catching you up with things that happened over the weekend, and of course things are coming up through the week. Now, first thing you need to know is how to contact us or join us in the conversation. So you may want to contribute to the show. Please do. We actually really look forward to the contributions. Share with us on Twitter at Smooth981FM. Just use the hashtag LockerRoom981. Okay, that's LockerRoom981. You can also send us lengthier messages to our WhatsApp number, which is 0809 4440981. As we delve into the first story, let's talk b-ball. So the game between the LA Lakers and Golden State Warriors is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated Christmas games in a while. However, unless you have a sizable budget, you cannot watch this one in person. You see, according to reports, resale tickets for Lakers versus Warriors game on Christmas Day start at, they start at $885. That's the starting price for resale tickets. There's currently, it's currently on pace to be the most expensive NBA Christmas Day ticket of this decade. This whole decade. The appeal, of course, being that you'll be able to see LeBron James take on Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the Golden State Warriors. Now, on paper, the Warriors are a far better team with years of chemistry built up, but the two teams are only separated in the standings by 2.5 games. So the Warriors sit at the number 3 seed, while Lakers sit at number 4. The battle begins.
Look, somebody
That's
just
quite
said,
exciting.
if somebody brings the Lakers tickets to my house, we'll have a big quarrel.
Why? Why
Like,
would
guy,
you?
Why didn't you just give me this money?
Money? Yeah, actually.
$800 to watch game I can watch on TV.
$885. So
Do you
more
understand?
like $900 approximately for
Thank
the
you.
starting price ticket.
But
That
the
ticket is
starting
the
price,
nosebleed.
yeah.
That's nosebleed tickets. Back.
Can you imagine?
Back. No, back. Like you might as well watch from your TV at
To
home.
watch LeBron play Steph. I can tell you the results of all the times they played against each other. I don't like this something that they're doing. But it is the Lakers versus
Merry
Warriors.
Christmas.
That's what Showtime gets you.
Yeah.
So it is that
big.
thrill of LA and then the Golden State Warriors, especially the Golden State Warriors that haven't been their usual self this season. So I'm guessing. I just want to guess. That's why people are crazy about getting those tickets. Otherwise, nothing is making me leave my house for that. Nothing.
I know. Listen, for some guy has won his girl's heart forever by these tickets. Let me tell you. Yes, someone is asking. So that's 292,000 naira for tickets in the back.
Yes.
Back, far back.
That's gonna be alright.
That's at the time of print. So really by now it's really a $900 ticket. Like for really thing. You're laughing. By now this is really a $900 ticket.
It's just ridiculous.
Let's be frank. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on now. So up next, British heavyweight Dillian Whyte delivered a brutal 11th round knockout of Dereck Chisora to maintain the hope of facing world champion Anthony Joshua. Now, in an intense rematch, Chisora brought constant pressure and was up on 2 of the 3 cards when he was stopped. Afterwards, Whyte called out Joshua, who stepped up to the ring and said Whyte was 3rd on his list of targets. In fact, addressing Joshua, who beat him in 2015, Whyte said, "Rematch, let's go, let's do this." And Joshua said, "So if the Whyte fight gets made, I don't want to hear any boos. We know how the list goes, who's 1 and 2. If there's anyone that deserves a shot, if it isn't them, it's you."
Well, so what it is, well, Anthony has already beaten Whyte, so there's no...
Yeah, it's been done already.
It's been done.
Okay.
But what it is, because he won this fight, he may be one of the choices for mandatory challengers for Anthony. That's the only reason why AJ is even entertaining this. And again, I said once AJ gets to courtside, ringside seats, Tega, you've gone from courtside
Yes,
seats.
no, I understand.
Over $800.
Yes,
Jesus.
$900.
So once he's sitting ringside and any heavyweight fighter is in the ring, they are going to a point in the actually like you next.
Yes.
Everybody wants a piece of the cash cow.
Yeah, that's
So-
it. That's
So
it.
and this time he actually stepped in to answer. I thought he would have just
Ignored it as
ignored it
usual.
and turned around and
Yeah.
walked away. But maybe because he was right there and they were pointing in his face, it was different. If you tweeted at him, he'd probably say he didn't see it. He doesn't
Whatever.
have- yeah, but because he was right there, and,
Said,
and so
"Okay,
he
I
said,
see
you know
you.
what?
I see.
Look, if I finish fighting those guys, maybe we can take on you. You're third on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody wants AJ, so it's going to be an interesting 2019. Is he going to fight Wilder and Fury in the same year? Is he going to fight Wilder, and the outcome of that Wilder fight, what will be the lineup that will be following that? Because anybody who wants to fight AJ, win or lose, you've hammered. That's what it is.
Let me tell you something. I thought God had actually done it for me this Christmas period. You know how they say it's just a few days till the end of the year, but your miracle can still come. Because there
Yeah.
I was in the lift at a hotel, and some, guy just walks in with all these different belts, like heavyweight belts. I just thought, is Femi in the building? Must I just reposition myself right now? And someone
like-
actually said, like, oh, this AJ's belt. He goes, no, these are mine.
Right,
Haha, these are mine. I said,
Mm.
listen, yeah, don't play with my emotions. I need to know if this is my time to shine. If my end of year miracle is upon me.
Oh, Femi is
But now I see
somewhere
the story.
in-
I understand that no, he's not. You
He's
can't
in
really
the
be in
UK
town.
now.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. So to all the girls I got excited out there, I'm sorry about that. Let's carry on. Up next, Real Madrid won the Club World Cup for the third year in a row with a 4-1 victory over Al Ain in Abu Dhabi on Saturday. The Spanish Giants have now won a record 4 Club World Cup titles, pulling one clear of Barcelona. All right. While Ballon d'Or winner Modric gave Real a 14th-minute lead, and Marcos Llorente's fantastic volley wrapped up the win on the hour mark before Sergio Ramos's late third and Tsukasa Shitani's consolation.
Yes, it was always, look, regardless of who was the judge, it was always Real Madrid's.
It was their cup.
It was their cup. It was their trophy. So it was a question of who are we going to beat to get this trophy? Are we going to beat River Plate, or are we going to beat Al Ain? And of course, it was at the end Al Ain, and they won. So congratulations to them. They still have a lot of catching up to do, especially now that they've been away at the FIFA Club World Cup to play. They now have a La Liga game in hand, and they're already behind Real Madrid by quite a number of points. So I think 8 now because of the game in hand. And you can't count points for the game in hand because you never know how teams will really perform. But congratulations to them. Good win. So Solari has got his first trophy for the team. Congratulations. Now he's back. Well, Christmas first and then back to work. Yes.
I see. All right, up next, Burnley manager Sean Dyche accused Arsenal's players of diving in their 3-1 win over the Clarets at the Emirates. Don't be angry now. He said no one wants to see diving in the game. There was one with Xhaka later in the game, and I know he dives as he looks at the ref within a millisecond of going down in the box. I do not want to see that, and I don't think anyone else wants to see that. Ashley Barnes came out of a tackle, and their lad clearly elbows him, but our lad comes out with a booking, which is nearly impossible. There were 2 dives in the game, and no one got a booking. One of them was already on a booking, so that's a red card.
Okay, so I would have understood this complaint if Arsenal got penalty kicks from this, and that's how Arsenal won the game. Arsenal won the game by 3-1. All 3 goals were scored from open play. So why he's complaining about diving? I don't understand. It's not like they were diving and you got a red card. I don't understand where the diving is coming from. It was clearly a physical game. Everybody was kicking at everybody. Even this, to show how bad it is, when he mentioned these things, I couldn't remember a standout moment of somebody pretending. You have all those Neymar moments of. I can't remember a single one. That's how minute the diving must have been. So I don't know.
Angry.
Look, they beat you fair and square.
Exactly.
Just take your beating, take your L, go
So
home,
no.
restructure, and come back on Boxing Day and try to get a result. I think they're playing against Leicester.
Oh dear.
Who are they playing? Are they playing Leicester? I can't remember.
Okay. We'll confirm that. Just
Well,
after
we'll
the break.
confirm. But whatever it is, just take your loss and go. Arsenal clearly beat the team, and yes, there were moments that it looked like they were going to come back, but they had nothing on Arsenal. So for him to complain about diving,
There's no one wants to see that diving. That's what he said.
I can't even remember a diving moment. That's how inconsequential the diving must have been.
Oh well.
Sorry, sir.
We're about to take a break. Emeka sent a message on WhatsApp to say, yeah, Arsenal won their game thanks to Tega. Tega, what happened? You just took small vacation. You napped. I sleep that time. Okay, perhaps. When we come back, we'll take the rest of your messages. So do keep them coming into 0809 444 0981 or tweet at smooth981FM. Just use the hashtag lockerroom981.
E to the FA.
What Darlington says?
To me, music is
We're gonna move the jingle.
Music
Man,
is
you
as powerful as that
You can't be reading those kind of
That's
things.
just
They
a lot.
should learn
Yeah.
exactly. They should learn how to tweet on
Music
That's a lot.
is music.
Boxing Day fixtures.
Love life. Smooth. 98.1.
Every time. Oh. These Maggie people have still not paid you my money.
Who is she?
They'll be alright.
She's a game
No, me, I collected my money from producer directly.
Okay.
What's making me laugh is producer sent me a message 2 weeks ago to ask, oh please, have they paid you yet?
nourishing her family's hearts with love and affection. She's a taste master.
Okay, Burnley play Everton.
Delighting
Okay,
taste
sorry.
buds with her
Oh,
Then
dear
Leicester
Lord,
play
we're
Man
being
City.
recorded.
She is
You need to just remind me about these things.
every day in so many ways. You make the difference. That's why you choose Maggie's.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Ah, travel.
You cook the
Okay, so Burnley Everton. I'm so scared. Then Leicester plays Man City.
Cook the difference. There is an African proverb that says, however far the stream flows, it never forgets its source. We at South African Airways would like to say thank you, Nigeria, for allowing us to be part of your rich culture and being the source that has entrusted us with flying you for the past 20 years. Your continued support has inspired us to become part of Nigeria's growth, and we're grateful for having walked this journey with you. It is with the same support that you've also enabled us to make every single one of our 7
And it
weekly
slipped.
flights take off. Thank you, Nigeria, for
Okay.
flying
Studio.
South African
Actually, no,
Airways,
sorry, we still have
bringing the world to
small time.
Africa,
Again.
Africa
What?
to the world.
No, 17 seconds.
Have yourselves a merry little Christmas.
Okay, now we can go on. Studio. Don't you just love the sound of Christmas in the air? It's so beautiful, so beautiful. You're listening to Smooth Breakfast. Right now, we are still inside the locker room while we're talking sports with Tega Onojaife, aka Tega Supreme.
Okay.
All right, so we also got a few more messages that have come through. Let's see if I can get a couple of those. Chimabi Victor sends in this message saying, I don't know why this old man is complaining that Arsenal players dive. Please, they should just accept defeat because my Arsenal, they're in good form, says Chimabi. Okay, while we've got lengthy messages coming in from Femi from First Tag talking about Man United versus Fulham and the 4-1 beating. He says 11 shots on goal for Man United fans. They say it's just Fulham, hashtag Mourinho out. Cardiff City 1-5, 9 shots on goal. Man United fans, we're back. Funny fan bases. Okay. So let's talk about it. So Manchester City, though, however, boss Pep Guardiola said he was not disappointed by his players' efforts despite suffering a surprise 3-2 home defeat to Crystal Palace on Saturday. Guardiola says, we started quite decent and created chances. We scored a fantastic goal, and after they passed the halfway line, they scored. The third goal, we cannot concede the penalty we conceded. We have to try and avoid it. But football is like this. 3 shots on goal, 3 goals. It's complicated, but we fight until the last second. We are in December, and we will try and recover and try and win games again.
Yeah, and here, look, I had to dig to get this story. If he were some other coach, I will not mention his name because he's now somewhere resting. The papers would have been filled with bludgeoning reports about how he was horrible. I had to scrape different websites to look for one story of Pep Guardiola's loss. One.
Wow.
And to think that loss against Crystal Palace left them 4 points behind Liverpool on Christmas, heading into the Christmas break and Boxing Day fixtures. It should be a big story, but nobody is ready to castigate him. I heard one. There was one story that had a funny angle to it that said, "Yeah, Liverpool will also slip up." Hello, let's first talk about the Man City slip up, and then whenever Liverpool slip up, if Liverpool slips up, then we talk about that. But that's how good Guardiola gets it in the media these days. With his tactics. Unfortunately, he didn't get it that good against Crystal Palace. One of the goals of the season was scored in that game by Andrew Stoughton. But look, I think Pep Guardiola's team ran out of ideas. They play one way, and I think Crystal Palace came knowing that, look, you're going to dominate possession, you're going to try and use your wings, you're going to try to pass the ball in the back of the net. We'll just get a few and far in between chances, and we'll score those chances, and that's exactly what they did. After considering that early goal, it looked like it was going to be a rout, but Crystal Palace bounced back. And I think for me, what Crystal Palace did to Man City that made it equally stunning was that they crippled their wings. So the likes of Sani and Sterling, and even when Sterling went out and Riyad Mahrez came in, they did not create any threats. They couldn't put anything in the box. Everything they threw in aerially, Aguero was never going to reach there because of the centre backs that they have. I mean, he's one of the smallest people on any football pitch. You can't be throwing the ball in the air and expecting him to beat two towering Crystal Palace defenders. And so they crippled their wings, and then they closed down the middle. So Man City had to struggle for ideas. Even the goal that Kevin De Bruyne scored was a freak goal. So Manchester City, Guardiola hasn't changed his style. He's always going to keep attacking. He's always going to keep passing the ball 100 times when one shot will do. And sometimes teams will take advantage of that and teams will win. So sad one for Pep Guardiola. He lost this one, and I totally agree. He can bounce back again on Christmas Day. They face Leicester City.
Okay. On Christmas, that's tomorrow.
So on Boxing Day, sorry.
Okay.
They face Leicester City on Boxing Day, and they are away to Leicester City. So I think it's Leicester City that may feel the brunt of their anger. But then again, Leicester City is on a high from this weekend because they beat Chelsea, which is another game we're going to. But it's interesting to know Liverpool now, they're very excited. They are 4 points clear, and I think their next match is against Bournemouth. It looks like another easy 3 points.
Okay, we'll see. There are a few messages that have come through. Nathan Njoko says, Tega, it's like the more Liverpool wins, the more the enemies gather, and they all say the same gibberish. Liverpool will flop, yet we keep on winning. I said it before. The season started, and I'll say it again. We are winning the league. If they pay you at your face, he says. And that Ugo from VI is going, don't tweet, don't message me in all caps. Ugo, put your voice down. He says 4 points clear, top of the league at Christmas. We're a different kind of beast this time. Don't tell me anything about slipping. We are Liverpool. Right.
Liverpool.
Never walk alone, clearly in pairs. More still, Darlington, I can't read that message because it's virtually gibberish. Please write it out in English. Thank you so much. Arshay says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Man City is in trouble from this weekend onwards. Tega, please help me call Sarri. His Sarri has turned Busari, the Ibadan man. Liverpool must fall in January to a very minor club in the EPL, he says. Obina, hey Obina. Okay, Coach says, I absolutely agree with Tega. Pep gets the rub of the green. He's protected by the media, so spot on analysis. Big E from K2 says the Burnley coach, for saying Juju from West Africa, he needs to know that Arsenal are the Gunners. Next to Man City, they gave a Christmas gift to Crystal Palace, but Tega, Liverpool will still flop. Where are these haters coming from? What's going on? All right, let's move on. Juventus hung on with Mario Mandzukic, that's the one. First half header to beat Roma 1-0 in Serie A on Saturday. Let's just call him Mario, that's his name. And clinch the unofficial winter title with 2 matches remaining before the halfway point. Now Juventus, seemingly unstoppable en route to an 8th successive Serie A title, have an 8-point lead over second place Napoli, who beat Spal 1-0.
There's no need to analyze that. Juventus has won the league.
The
So let's just move to the very next story. That's of interest. We wanted to announce that because we spoke about them on Friday.
That is true. That is very true. Very
next
true.
story, please.
Okay, up next, Ole Gunnar has beamed from ear to ear after enjoying a dream start to life back at Man United. Aww. And the caretaker manager warned that the best is yet to come after seeing his side score 5 past his former club Cardiff. So he says the attitude and application of the boys, when you go out there and see them, the attitude has been fantastic. The dressing room, the way they approach this game. It's been a difficult week for everyone, and to get the focus and perform as well as they did is impressive. I'm pleased with all of them, every single one of them. But of course, it's a threat. when you've got Martial and Jesse Lingard down either side, Rashford up top with Paul supporting them, it's exhilarating to watch. As long as we keep that standard up or keep picking up points. I mean, I feel like there's a violin in the background.
Look,
children are smiling.
you know,
running in a field of green.
You know, they used to call him Babyface Assassin. He's very
idyllic.
when he was playing, he was one of the cutest faces you'd ever see on any pitch until he scores against you. That's how wicked he was. He'd smile at you. You'd be like, "Oh, he's so cute." Yeah. Then he'll score a goal and you'll lose.
The
and
most dangerous kind.
And that's how he still is. He really hasn't changed much. I mean, he looks older, but he's still
the baby face.
Yeah, just pretty boy on the sidelines. Makes you feel good every time you look on pitch side. You're like, oh, that guy looks great. And to make matters, you know how it is, a new coach syndrome.
Yeah,
they
so
come in
excited.
Everybody's now happy, excited. We've gotten the old man out, in with the new. Let's play a game. And look, I know Cardiff City were very horrible on the day, no doubt about that. But it doesn't take away from the fact that every single Manchester United player seemed like they had a point that they wanted to prove. So they put in that extra effort. Ran a little further, played a little harder, tried a little better in that game. And again, maybe it's part of the new coach syndrome. They're trying to say it's not us, it was that other guy that was the problem. But like I said, for Solskjaer and Manchester United, it's not what they do in the next few games, it's what they do in the next month.
Yes,
how well can they keep up the momentum? It was a fantastic game. I mean, even the commentary, when you heard them, you think that Jose Mourinho was the devil. You know.
Yeah, and that's interesting because commentary even from when he came after, and he messaged us on WhatsApp, which I read out earlier, talking about the fan base, because he's like, listen, when Man United beat Fulham 4-1 with 11 shots on goal, they're just like, whatever, Mourinho out, #, just Fulham. But with this, 5-1 beating with only 9 shots on goal, suddenly they're like, oh, we're back.
I'm telling you, everything is so, like, the commentator said that this is the first time Ed Woodward has smiled in 2.5 years. I was like, what? Where? You were counting? But at the end of the day, interesting results, great one, and like I said, a new coach can bring that kind of feeling, but it's down to what we'll see in the next few months again. So Boxing Day, I still think they would have this spirit around them. They're still in that we just bought new shoe, let's bounce phase. So it's when when Solskjaer just maybe brings out a hairdryer moment on one of the players. That's when we'll know.
We're waiting for.
That's what we're waiting for.
Let's love is real.
Exactly. So let's wait for that and see. But so far, it was a good day at Manchester United and a good result.
I mean, they do sort of need this uplift. So it's a nice way to get into the Christmas holidays. Sly says, have said it before, that a small team will suffer because of the way Liverpool play this season, and Liverpool will not slip because there's no Steven Gerrard in the team.
Okay.
All Crew says, I hope Liverpool can maintain the momentum in the new year. This weekend had pleasant surprises on both sides of Manchester. And meanwhile, when will our own sports start selling games tickets like Warriors-Lakers game? Not the only power supply problem we need solved. $900. We not be afraid. Okay, it's time for us to take a very quick break. When we come back, we will continue talking sports right here inside the locker room. But let's see if I can get 1 or 2 more messages in very quickly. Bash from Yabas says, I love this game. Crystal Palace beat City away, Leicester beat Chelsea away, and Red Devils beat Cardiff away. Wow, that was a day for the underdogs. And Obila says, ole, 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 ole. Merry Christmas, Folu and Tega.
Okay. Moving here.
You in love now. The love is going to end soon. And MI from Makoka says, the tickets of the Citizens got burnt by Burnley. I just hope that Liverpool don't replace Tottenham as the choking team of the EPL. I still have images of Gerrard slipping in my head, and the curious case of United players. For me, it's too early to label it the Ole effect or Solskjaer effect. All right, we shall see. Coming up next, a quick break and then a final sports story right here inside the locker room for your, I was going to say Boxing Day, but it's not, Christmas Eve celebration.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lagos. We'll be back in just a bit.
Class music.
I haven't felt Christmassy at all. I think if I'd gone for Rhythm of Love, I would have felt a little Christmassy. But I was too sick to go for it.
I feel as Christmassy as any Christmas as an adult.
No, I've had better Christmases. Like, I knew it was Christmas. I was like, oh, it's Christmas. I don't feel like that. I just think the
Same here.
I don't feel
And we
at
have a
all.
tree in my house.
So what do you think? That's what I'm saying. I have a tree in my house, everything. It's because I've been playing Christmas songs and stuff. So in my mind, I'm like, cool. I know what's happening. It's not. It hasn't really been.
Yeah, there's no.
Because
Like,
me,
yeah.
so as an adult, it's different from. As
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so this
But-
is, this
but
is
I
my
still-
standard adult Christmas mode,
Oh,
actually.
no, but it still used to be. I still used to feel Christmas around this time. I'd be like, okay, it's Christmas time.
I mean,
It's not
it's
necessarily
Christmas
excitement.
Yeah, that's what I was
but-
wondering. Because it's
But
just
this year,
I was like,
nothing.
oh,
I don't even feel any. I don't even look.
You need to
I
play
don't know, it's-
Christmas songs to yourself so you can feel. I'm
I-
telling you.
I know,
Because I've realized now that nobody's going to make me feel like it's Christmas but me. It can't happen. That's the truth.
No Christmas.
Well, I think I agree.
Yeah, the only
Back in the
person
day,
that
the
you
parents
can-
will make
Yes,
you,
it's your
you
parents that
know.
will
Yeah,
do
but
it.
even as an
But
adult,
because you
this
are
is
now
my
fully grown.
own.
You have to build it
That's why I say
yourself.
because you would have done other things. That's what I'm telling you. You know, you were saying that previous Christmases you would have done this, but you haven't done.
See,
the
that's why
usual
you should
things.
have gone for
So your
Rhythm
brain
Unplugged.
hasn't engaged. So your brain hasn't engaged into Christmas. But because me since December, I'm playing Christmas song. So I've been playing Christmas song at work. That's what has helped me remember it's Christmas. And then in my house in the backyard, there are new animals.
new
Every day, new
animals.
turkey, new this one, new ram. House food is now complaining that I'm just cleaning turkey shit. I said, I don't know why you are telling. You have told me this 5 times. Am I the person that
Kill
brought
the turkey and
here?
put it in the freezer.
It's not my fault now, so stop telling me this story. I don't. It's because of your puppies. Because I said no, but even outside of my puppies, you have to. So I don't know why you are telling me like something magical is supposed to happen. So good. We are back in 20 seconds. It's just too funny. So you have to buy yourself a Christmas hat today. It'll help. They're laughing. I'm serious. Christmas hats. Create a playlist. Get into it. All right, studio. Merry Christmas, everybody. You are listening to Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. We're talking sports inside the locker room for the final few minutes of it. So let's see. Up next, Maurizio Sarri was left bemused by Chelsea's strange reaction to falling behind as they lost 1-0 at home to Leicester on Saturday. He said, "We played a very good match for 55 minutes. After the goal, the reaction was not the right reaction. We reacted as a team that was shocked. There was mental confusion in an individual way. We had to continue to play as before. I cannot understand our reaction. Their reaction was strange for me."
I'm telling you.
What, they were shocked by score?
He really
Wow.
does look shocked. Like, why did people react like that? I don't know who you are. But yeah, that's how Chelsea reacted to conceding a goal from Leicester City.
We're
And
just taken aback.
a typical Jamie Vardy goal. Ball over the top, gets to him, and
Too funny.
he flogs that thing into the roof of the net. And what was I totally agree with Maurizio Sarri. What was it? They couldn't come back from just one goal. But congratulations to Leicester. Like I said, their next opponent is Man City, who were beating over the weekend. So a lot of they'll have to put in extra work to get the same result, because Manchester City right now are wounded. But for Chelsea as a team, they've given me mixed feelings this season. Sometimes they look like they're going to go all the way. At other times they look like these guys they don't just cut it. And so that's what Sarri has to sort out and deal with. But Merry Christmas to Leicester City. Good one that they got their results. 3 points.
Good for them. Oh, why are they so shocked? That's not the reaction. It's not the right reaction. Darlington says this Burnley manager herself can complain for Europe. They beat you 3-1. Just leave it like that. During Wenger's latter days, people were upset. Now they want to cure it using, I don't know what that means, Darlington, but okay, I did my best for you. Don't say I didn't try to read out your message. Big T, meanwhile, says I had a bad dream. Chelsea lost, Man City lost both at home. Man United was winning again, scoring penalty goals. Then I woke up and it was true. Or am I still dreaming? Am I? No, you're not that lucky. Sorry, this is the reality currently. Let's see how we can round up with this one. Excuse us. I just misplaced a message there very quickly. Let's see. I think Nathan and Joku sent in a quick tweet. He says, Tega, we play Newcastle next, and you know who manages them. What interests me most about this Liverpool is the way that we approach each game. Klopp has learned to adapt. Different teams, different approach, same results. We win and we keep a clean sheet.
Oh, I like the way he's waxing lyrical about this Liverpool. Oh, goodness. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
I mean, the time is upon us. Speaking of the time being upon us, the time is upon us to be done talking sports inside the locker room. Chijo K. Zundu says, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Vegas. Yeah, that's good for you. Made us play our way. Hooray! Happy holidays, my people. And we're done. It is a Christmas edition of Christmas, a festive period for the locker room. Tega, what are you doing for Christmas?
I don't know.
No?
People should cook pounded yam and white soup. Who is going to cook that? I'll see the person.
On that note, let me just leave this segment. I think we're done. Merry Christmas, everybody.